What's your lucky number? 7, 13. How about 3, 6, and $5.99? The $5.99 meal deal is here at Subway restaurants, and it's your lucky day. Pick from 3 different 6-inch subs with chips and a drink for just $5.99 at Subway restaurants. Think of the options: 3 different subs, your choice of chips, and your favorite 21-ounce drink.
Welcome back to Bartlesville, America, in the 2016 Great American Conference Basketball Championships. I'm Paul Smith. Michael Westbrook and Joey McWilliams will be along shortly. Well, we have one half of the championship final set as Ouachita Baptist, the 3 seed, advanced over 2nd seeded East Central with an 83-80 barn burner in the opening game today. Who will they play? We'll find out in just a little bit. We have Harding, the overall top seed, regular season champions. They came in at 18-9, 17-5. They've improved to 19-9 with their 76-61 win over Northwestern Oklahoma. On the other side of the court, Southern Arkansas, 17-12 overall. They're the 5 seed. They topped Southwestern Oklahoma 83-82 last night. We've had some great games. We're expecting another one. And with the call are Michael Westbrook and Joey McWilliams. Gentlemen.
All right, thank you, Paul. Jeff Morgan, the head coach for Harding, top seed overall at 19-9. It's their 4th straight appearance in the semifinals. They were champions of this tournament in 2014. Their starters: number 3, Reggie Anthony; number 15, Jacob Gibson; number 21, Will Francis; number 23, Blake McNair; number 24, Antoine Burrell. The 5th seeded Mule Riders on the other side, Andy Sharp in his 4th season, a record of 17-12. It's the 2nd time to reach the semifinals. They did so in 2014 with an upset, entering the tournament as the 7th seed then. Harding has knocked them out twice. In 2013, SAU was the 8th seed, and last year, Southern Arkansas was the 3 seed when Harding defeated them. Just about ready to go in this one. The starters for Southern Arkansas: number 4, Deshaun Dockery; number 5, Tony Aska; number 20, Deion Andrews; number 22, Denarius Lockhart; and number 23, Jerron Davis. Michael Westbrook along with Joey McWilliams and Paul Smith as we bring you the 2nd semifinal matchup on the men's side. We had a great one in the early contest. 83-80 Ouachita awaits the winner of this one with a championship on the line.
Well, when Harding's out here, you know it's always going to be some exciting basketball, but wow, what Southern Arkansas did yesterday, the big 1-point victory over Southwestern to get to this point and advance, and you know they are ready to be playing on Sunday if they can get the chance today.
Denarius Lockhart will jump in the center circle for Southern Arkansas against Antoine Burrell. Southern Arkansas in the blue uniforms, Harding in the white. A few more seconds before this one gets going.
Has to be tipped off at the proper time. I always like the Harding players after being introduced and shaking hands with the opponents. They come over and give a little fist bump to the radio guys there. A little love for the broadcasters. That's not bad.
Harding 76-61 over Northwestern in the quarterfinal. Southern Arkansas had a 1-point victory. They trailed by 10 at halftime against Southwestern. Outscored the Bulldogs by 11 in that second half for the 83-82 win.
Hard-fought game for 40 minutes. And really not a second less.
2:25 our start time. And now they're ready to go. Denarius Lockhart and Antoine Burrell. Second semifinal is underway. Tony Aska recovers the basketball. Southern Arkansas has the game's first possession. Jerron Davis will let the first shot go. That 3 is missed, and the rebound is tracked down by Jacob Gibson. Gibson finds Anthony on the low block. Great bounce pass underneath. Will Francis finishes the play for the game's first points.
And the feel of a backdoor cut, not really there, but a nice move on the opposite side. Man-to-man defense, just a little slow getting through, and a great look-ahead pass.
Strong move inside, Tony Aska. That should be an area today where Southern Arkansas has the advantage inside. But then on the flip side of it, the Bisons have the advantage around the perimeter. They are working it inside early. Ball poked away, it stays with Harding. They had the same approach against Northwestern early on to try to get points at the rim. Inbounds to Anthony, and that is blocked out of bounds by Deshaun Dockery. 2 seconds off the clock. I've got 16 on the shot clock now.
It's one of those funny things to think about when you consider that Harding is generally going to give up some size inside, but still trying to get those points in the rim. Against Southern Arkansas, a big differential between the post players.
Look at this mismatch. A smaller, quicker Will Francis tried to take Tony Aska on the dribble. Out of bounds again. 6 on the shot clock now. Southern Arkansas with their hands in the passing lanes early. Francis, long three. Wouldn't fall. Jerron Davis the rebound. Davis leaves for Deion Andrews. What a game he had in the quarterfinals. Offensive board. Lockhart, he throws it away. 2-on-1 break. Reggie Anthony with the pass to Gibson. And Jacob Gibson with 2 and an and-one opportunity coming.
That's what you expect to see from the GAC Player of the Year, and the outset finds a way to get involved.
Deion Andrews with the contact, picks up the first foul. And Denarius Lockhart will go out of the game. His replacement, Kevin Jordan. Jordan was sidelined most of the game with foul trouble. In fact, fouled out of the game having played only 8 minutes. 3-point play completed for Jacob Gibson. Harding has the early advantage, 5-2, a minute and a half in.
Anthony was to sit with assists on the first 2 plays. Not surprising that Harding does that. They lead the GAC in assists with 16.6 per game and assist to turnover ratio too.
Deshaun Dockery to the rim, up strong with the left hand. Yeah, Anthony ended the regular season 6th in the conference in assists at 92.
Well, just to think about 16 plus per game. Just amazing the way they move the ball around. Just fundamental. You expect that from Coach Morgan.
He's got 98 now, by the way, so be hitting triple digits more than likely before this one's over in that category. Shot clock really winding down on these possessions for Harding, and that is a long-range 3 from Blake McNair. Missed it short. Had to take it.
He did. He was trying to get help. He couldn't get it.
Offensive foul called on Deshaun Dockery, his first.
Yeah, you saw the little smile on his face too. So you know what? I don't really want to. I don't want to take this shot, but I'm going to anyway. It came up a little bit short. He was a little farther out than he wanted to take that, but early going.
Alvin Braddock checking into the game.
I was going to say you'd rather take the shot than let the shot clock run down.
Right.
Go ahead.
No, you're right. Especially those guys. I was going to say Braddock averaged 19 points, 8 rebounds a game in the 2 regular season matchups. Angelkovich is also on the floor for Harding. There's a turnaround jumper from Jacob Gibson. Andrews wants the screen from Braddock. Now Dockery on the wing. Dockery in the paint. And that one knocked back out by Harding. Shot clock is at 8. Jerron Davis will let a 3 go. Rattles around the rim. McNair the rebound for Harding. Nobody stopped McNair. Finally they did. Underneath on the low block, it's Gibson. And Gibson draws contact. Deion Andrews has picked up his 2nd personal foul.
Southern Arkansas is going to definitely need to convert when they get the ball in the lane like that. Points in the paint, I think, are going to be big for Southern Arkansas this afternoon. Couldn't get it there on the previous trip down the court. Had to take that long-range 3. It doesn't go in. In the meantime, now on the Harding offensive end, points at the free throw line. And this could be a recurring theme, by the way, Michael. 3 field goals made for Harding, 3 assists.
Yeah, I would think so. Just so great at moving the basketball around. Gibson at 75% from the free throw line this season. Will connect on both. He already has 7 points. And Harding leads 9-4.
We're getting to see the GAC Player of the Year showcased in this game. Last night on the women's end, didn't really get to see the GAC Player of the Year on the women's side showcased due to foul trouble for Team Adams. We'll see if that changes tonight. She'll be playing a little bit later on in the afternoon, or the evening here, excuse me. That's the late game tonight.
And that'll be against Southern Arkansas, 8 o'clock tonight. Braddock had a shot blocked by Blake McNair. I don't know how many times we'll say that during this one. I wouldn't imagine too often. Deion Andrews playing with 2 fouls. What a jump stop at the rim. He was the aggressor the whole way that time.
Well, and the help came out with Braddock, too. Left that left side of the lane open. Great job driving in.
Turnover. Southern Arkansas comes up with it. It's Andrews with the steal. Chance to get within 1, maybe tie it. Jordan underneath to Deshaun Dockery.
Nice move, the little dipsy-do up and around. Lots of times you talk about a windmill on a dunk. That was a windmill on a little scoop shot layup.
Reggie Anthony up top. Lob inside to Gibson. Quick shot from Gibson. Wow. He made that look easy, but that's a tough shot. He has 9. Deron Davis past one defender. He's able to get one to hang on the rim long enough to fall in.
We haven't seen 100 points yet in a contest in the tournament this season. You think they're trying for that right now?
Well, it's a frantic pace so far for sure. Angelkovic misses the 3. Andrews with the rebound, or I should say Davis with the rebound. Andrews going to come out of the game on that missed 3. First media timeout. Harding leads 11-10, 15-12 to play first half. Back in a moment on the GAC Sports Network.
What makes Henderson a better choice in education? Is it the campus or the buildings? Is it class size or professors with PhDs? Is it the cost, the value? What is it about Henderson?
It's me.
A strong educational foundation from Henderson put Richard Jacobs on the road to becoming a doctor. Today, he's at the forefront of pediatric research and care. Henderson prepares today's students for tomorrow, because what counts is what you become. Henderson State University.
How to spot a boll weevil. Boll weevils are a fascinating species. They're known to travel in packs, but every boll weevil is unique. And more important, every boll weevil has a bright future awaiting wherever they go. And that's how you spot a boll weevil.
It's a close one in the early going. Harding 11, Southern Arkansas 10, with 15-12 to play in the first half. Harding returns to the floor with Reggie Anthony, Will Francis, Blake McNair, Jacob Gibson, and Stefan Angelkovic. Meanwhile, Southern Arkansas puts C.J. Elkins on the floor for the first time, along with Deion Andrews, Kevin Jordan, Alvin Braddock, and Deron Davis. Gibson drives off the three-point line. He puts another one home. Gibson, listen to this, has 11 points, and he's not taken a 3 yet. Andrews misses. Deron Davis a rebound. And Davis fading away, missed a shot. Gibson is 4 of 4 from the floor and 3 of 3 at the line. Anthony slashing through the lane, draws contact. Is that on Andrews? It's his 3rd, it is.
Wow. That gets big quickly. You know, Andrews with those 21 points and 4 rebounds in the game against Southwestern on Thursday. Huge.
And they're going to miss him. He had 21 points in the quarterfinals. He'll be on the bench for a while now. Deshaun Dockery back in. 1 of 2 at the line for Reggie Anthony. Elkins guarded by Anthony. Dockery in the paint. He's fouled. That's the first foul on Harding, comes at the 14-13 mark of the first half. Reggie Anthony will pick up the foul.
Now, first foul called on Harding. And Southern Arkansas has made some trips in the paint, but Harding's done a good job of just squaring up. I thought the one McNair swat might have been called, but this one, that's pretty close. Pretty close.
1 of 2 at the line. Lockhart offensive rebound. Southern Arkansas shot 16 of 35 at the free throw line the other night.
Not stellar numbers.
3-point game. Davis trying to float it up to Lockhart. He couldn't hold on to it.
The fact they went to the free throw line that many times was the big deal. And still it came down to a C.J. Elkins layup with about 10 seconds left. Freshman of the year made his presence known in his first GAC tournament game.
Francis on the drive, and C.J. Elkins picks up his first foul. Just a little bit of contact. C.J. Elkins has had a couple of those at or near the buzzer game winners this year. Foul away from the basketball before that shot attempt, and it's going to go against Harding. It's against Angelkovic, his first.
Moving screen, just didn't get set. And Harding, you know, one of the things about Harding is not only the fact that they do move the ball well, and that almost goes without saying. I mean, you're just going to expect that with a Harding team. They actually set screens well. And that can sometimes be considered a lost art. Sometimes people screen for a spot instead of screening actually for a person. And Harding does a good job in getting in position there, and Angelkovic moves, picks up the foul there. That's going to be a rarity.
Freshman Detarius Hubbard is on the floor for the first time for Southern Arkansas. He just traveled with the basketball, giving it back to Harding, who leads by 3. Blake McNair picking up the dribble. Will Francis against Elkins. Out to Gibson. 3 goes. Jacob Gibson has 14, 7 minutes into the game. He is beating Southern Arkansas by himself.
5 for 5, and that's his first three-pointer attempted.
Braddock up top, a lot of space. Steps inside, and Harding has the rebound. Will Francis came away with it. Gibson, he's feeling it. Not that time, but followed a shot. Blake McNair, and McNair hits. Blake McNair has his first 3. Largest lead of the game for Harding, it's 9.
Well, Gibson still got in on that one. He got the assist.
Hubbard driving, tries to leave it for Lockhart, and he scores for the first time in the tournament on one of his toughest shots.
I was to say, is there a more challenging shot than that? Just enough on that on the tip.
Southern Arkansas waiting to bring 3 subs into the game. Harding has a sub as well. Gibson, another 3. Jacob Gibson has 17. And that one won't fall for C.J. Elkins. Harding needed 3 3-pointers in this game to hit 300 for the season, and they have now done that. Harding leads by 10, inside 12 to play in the first on the GAC Sports Network.
We explore dozens of complex subjects, but sometimes the world sees college students as being the same, lumps us together. That's okay, because the world may underestimate what we can do as strong, responsible, highly trained, and confident Christian professionals. And isn't that what the world needs? Qualities taught one-on-one and valued by us all in a place of faith, learning, and living. Harding University.
Jacob Gibson is putting on a clinic. He has 17 points. Harding leads 23-13 with 11:45 to play against Southern Arkansas. And our second semifinal here at the Bruin Fieldhouse in Bartlesville. It'll be free throws for C.J. Elkins out of the break. 5 team fouls for Southern Arkansas, 3 for Harding. Elkins at 65% from the free throw line this season. He has his first. A couple of milestones a little while ago there. 300 three-pointers made this season for Harding. And also Reggie Anthony a little while ago picked up his 100th assist of the season. Elkins makes both and comes out of the game here as Harding now leads by 8.
Yeah, and Anthony, after picking up that assist with the second foul, comes out of the game. Different look now.
McNair stops at the free throw line, gives to Eggleston. Braden Eggleston on the floor for the first time. Also out there is Hudson, John Hudson. Harding started off so slow in the game the other night. Picked it up big time in the second half. They've had a quick start in this one. Ball is out of bounds, stays with Southern Arkansas.
Yeah, lots of effort, for Jacob Gibson. Turns out, pretty good stat line when all said and done. 19 points, 5 boards, 2 assists, a block to go with 5 steals, nearly with the steal there. So he gets points in all 5 major categories. The 19 points he had against Northwestern, he's nearly matched that already with 17.
Pretty incredible early performance. Keaton Tennyson is on the floor for Southern Arkansas. His first time to check into this game. Jerron Davis to Aska, lob inside to Lockhart. Not quite where he wanted it. He lost it, and Harding comes up with it. Braden Eggleston, give him credit for going down to the court for that one. And now McNair, square away top of the key, over the backboard and out of play. Harding 3 for 9 from three-point range. Southern Arkansas is 0 for 6.
McNair's 1 for 3, but he looks like still trying to find the range there.
Kevin Jordan given space at the free throw line, will drop that one in. And Kevin Jordan has his first 2 in this one.
Well, and it looked like there was a defensive shuffle there. I think Hudson was supposed to come up and find him. Hudson stayed low, helped the double team down low, and it gave Jordan easy look inside.
Gibson finally misses. He had such a great start to this one. And now Dockery underneath. We have a foul on the floor. And it is called against Will Francis. Gibson's actually missed his last 2 shots, 6 out of 8. Francis will be able to take a little breather here. Dawson Yates on the floor. Yates played 3 minutes in the first game against Northwestern. Now Aska from the free throw line. They're giving him that shot, and SAU has knocked it down 2 times in a row.
That's exactly right. It's a very good observation. Hudson's going to have to come out farther.
And here's Hudson, long shot. Did you mean on offense?
I was going to say, that's exactly what I was going to say. I meant on the defensive end. He came out far enough on the offensive end. There he goes, gets the steal.
Blake McNair. Oh, he's going to take the 3. Couldn't hit it. He saw Tony Aska coming down the lane and decided not to take him on. And quite frankly, probably had a better chance to hit the 3 than he did to go up against Aska. Jordan underneath. An offensive foul. Kevin Jordan just ran over Braden Eggleston. May have even turned with the elbow a little bit.
I think so. Little shoulder, little elbow. Actually, I take that back. There's nothing little about either one of those body parts.
Yeah, that's true. Dawson Yates now running the point for Harding. Harding trying to get something off of some screens. It's not there. Yates goes around one defender. Out to Hudson. Big pump fake from Yates. And now to Gibson. Jacob Gibson. He has 20 points here in the first half. And you see what those pump fakes do? Gets the big guy in the air, leaves somebody open.
Yes. We've already seen a box and one run today.
Yep.
May not be too far away in this one. Well, not right now. Gibson gets a well-deserved breather. Francis will come back in for him.
It was the first foul on Gibson.
So that's what it takes? You get a foul? You have to go sit down?
That's right. Elkins off of the inbound play will start things over again. Resetting the offense. Braddock from inside the paint. Couldn't get it to fall, and it is out of bounds off of Southern Arkansas.
You know, Michael, I'm going to go back to this because you just don't see these numbers very often. So I'm sorry if it seems like I'm repeating myself. Harding has made 10 baskets. There have been 9 assists.
Yep.
That just doesn't happen that often, numbers like that. By the way, Braddock, fantastic job the other night, the double-double against Southwestern in that 1-point victory, 16 points, 11 boards.
Well, Harding is showing that they are the #1 team in the league when it comes to creating plays for their teammates. 16.7 assists a game. That's a big number. In comparison, Southern Arkansas is at 12. May not sound that big, but think if just each of those are 2-point baskets, that's 8 points.
And with Harding,
they're not
some of them
2-point
today,
baskets.
they've already been 3-point baskets.
That's right. Here's another steal. And Southern Arkansas has 7 turnovers. Harding has just 2. McNair driving in, pull up 15-footer. Rebound Southern Arkansas. Deshaun Dockery comes away with it. Dockery gives to C.J. Elkins, plants his feet, lets the 3 go. Elkins has 5. It's the closest Southern Arkansas has been in a while. Harding still leads by 7. That one is out of bounds, and it will stay with Harding. .7:10 to play in the first half. Harding leads 29-22. Back in a moment on the GAC Sports Network.
College students often talk about changing the world after they graduate. We are on a mission to do just that while still in school, applying academic excellence in our chosen areas of study in a range of undergraduate, graduate, and health science fields inspired by Christian values. Then taking those values into the world, equipped and focused on our mission to change it and ourselves for the better. Harding University.
Well, the square root of 9 owned that segment there. Harding 29-22 with 7:10 to play in the first half. And there's a foul against Jerron Davis. Davis picks up his first.
Quick and sorry,
I caught
Michael,
you speechless.
Wasn't sure where to go with that. Gibson back in the game now.
You're a numbers guy. I thought you would really enjoy that.
I liked it. I just didn't have a follow. Got to give me a heads up so I'm prepared.
Jacob Gibson at the line. It was the 7th foul on Southern Arkansas. 1-and-1 situation. I said this in one of the previous games. Because I have to condense things onto my spotting sheet, I only put my point totals up to 25 per person.
Right.
Here in about 3 minutes, I might need to find a way to extend that for Jacob Gibson. He has 22 already. I'll be handwriting in the numbers instead of circling them. Davis from inside the three-point line, missed it short. And Micah Bailey, a sophomore from Shallow Water, Texas, is on the floor in possession of the basketball. Yates on the wing. With Lockhart guarding him. Now Gibson. Gibson driving on Davis. Pull-up jumper. Couldn't get that one to go. Offensive rebound. And Lockhart blocks the shot, but a foul first.
Okay, that one's going to be earned at the free throw line because it was not going anywhere near the basket.
That's true. They might need to teach Lockhart how to just grab the ball because he probably could have just picked that one up. Look at this. Of course, there's the contact, and there it was again even. Lockhart made sure the basket didn't go in.
Sometimes just pull that one out of the air, just like that. Just grab it. His big arms.
Three from the left corner. That will not go, and it's a rebound for Yates and Harding. 10-point advantage for the Harding Bisons. Gibson bounce pass inside. Angelkovic to the rim and in. Stefan Angelkovic has his first two, averaging 10 a game. The junior from Serbia. Elkins left open inside the three-point line. Got it to go. Elkins has 7.
Showing his skill there with the ball. He has the three-point shot down. A little bit of individual movement outside the lane that time.
Francis inside to the cutter, and that shot blocked by Denarius Lockhart on the attempt from Bailey. Elkins looking for a quick possession. His jumper rattles in.
Starting to match the pace that Gibson's been on.
You could tell he was going to shoot that one the whole way. He's got 9. Up top into the hands of Will Francis, one of 4 1,000-point scorers on this Harding team. More contact, and it's against Atarius Hubbard. That's his second personal foul, 9th team foul. Well, Will Francis, who averages nearly 14 a game, like the rest of his teammates, have been fairly quiet because Jacob Gibson has 22 of the team's 35 points.
Oh, Francis and Gibson, McNair, Hudson, final remnants of that great 8 team that won the championship here 2 years ago. Well, I'll tell you what a run that team was on. Just 8 players as the second semester rolled around and just tore through the GAC. I heard the three-point barrage mentioned in what Harding did against Northwestern the other night in the second half, and that's actually what they did a couple of years ago and look to be able to do it again.
Bunch of moves from Jerron Davis before he put that one in. Second opportunity for Will Francis. There's contact and a foul. It'll be against Denarius Lockhart. I asked a coach once in a pregame interview, you played a lot of games down the stretch here. How important is it going to be to have your bench ready to go? Coach's response was, not important, I just need 5. And I kind of felt that way about Harding that year. Now, they did play all 8 of those guys.
They all 8 got in there.
But they didn't need any more. Will Francis hits on both. And he's up to 6.
Sometimes you just need those 5. I do remember coaching a game in which I did not sub at any point, but I didn't realize I hadn't until after the game was over with. And somebody said, why do you sub anyone? I went, well, oh, wait. It was just the chemistry that was out. Yeah, I just went through the whole thing. It worked. Nobody got in foul trouble, and we won the game. It turned out to be for the best. But you go with what's working.
Foul on Dawson Yates, his first. 16 foul on Harding. They lead by 10, nearing the conclusion of the first quarter. Hubbard lost the basketball. His teammate bails him out, picking it up, but shot missed out of bounds and off of Lockhart, so Harding has it. A few more points for Southern Arkansas in that Southwestern game, but this is similar to that first half against the Bulldogs. What a basket there from Will Francis.
Well, you're right. He lost control of that on the way up and redirected it.
Francis heard me say that he's had a quiet start because all of a sudden he's got 8. We look at it one more time here.
Lost it and gets it back. Great job.
Sorry, that foul was on Desmond Champion, who had just come into the game. I said Jerron Davis.
Looks like Elkins is set to come back in as well. The officials slowed things down just a little bit. They're going to go to the monitor and check out a few things. Not quite to the media timeout just yet.
I don't know if they would be checking here to see if it was a flagrant foul. Sometimes if a player gets hit chest or above, they'll check that. Here's the play again. So it's Francis against a Champion. Definitely not any sort of flagrant foul there. In fact, Champion's the one that fell down. But
yes,
checking something different. At 40-28, it's the largest lead of the game for Harding.
Well, it's been quite a display for Harding so far. We see Gibson with 22 of those points, and 7 of 10 shooting, 5 for 5 from the free throw line, 3 for 4 from behind the arc, has 2 boards and 2 assists. And now Francis, 8 points, he'll go to the line. He's 4 for 4 from the free throw line, gets one more opportunity here. Meanwhile, C.J. Elkins with 9 points. He's leading the way for Southern Arkansas right now, getting set to check back in. He's had a pretty good afternoon shooting as well. He hasn't missed either. 3 for 3 from the field, 1 for 1 behind the arc, and he's also 2 for 2 from the free throw line. So between Gibson and Elkins, pretty good display.
Of course, we need to remind you that our replay system is synced up with what the referees see. So as you see it go back like that occasionally, the referees are wanting to look back at something. We'll head down courtside now to Paul Smith while we have a moment. Paul?
Thank you, Michael. I'm here with Greg Harnden, the athletic director at Harding University. And obviously your Bison's given you a lot to smile about today. But it has been, it's been the kind of season that you'd expect out of Coach Morgan, and that sort of consistency that he's brought to the program has been impressive.
Yeah, he's been great for 23 years or whatever he's been at Harding, and losing AK like we did, and then these guys go on to have the #1 seat. It's incredible. But, great kids. I mean, we're looking up here. Jacob's got 22 points, and we got 4 minutes to go in first half. So, between our kids and Coach Morgan, we're really lucky.
And it seems like that it's happened a couple times, and this is the kind of adversity that the team's had to deal with over the last couple of years. You get some injuries down the stretch, and then all of a sudden you're in the thick of it again.
Yeah, I mean, everybody faces it. Our women's team was decimated this year, but, Coach Morgan brings them through.
Thanks for joining us. Michael, Joey, back to you.
All right, through that we figured it all out here. They took 7 seconds off the clock. Clock did not start on time, so we went from 4:10 to 4:03, which means our next media timeout could be in 4 seconds. Thanks to Scott Good letting us know that we had a nearly 3-minute delay to adjust 7 seconds. And meanwhile, Will Francis is at the line for an and one opportunity.
Not one of the top sports information directors in the business for nothing.
No, I mean, he had the clock on that one the whole way.
Actually doubling up as color analyst for the Harding Sports Radio broadcast.
Largest lead of the game for Harding, 13 points. Jerron Davis tried to leave it for Lockhart. Harding has done a great job of having their hands in the passing lanes. That is turnover number 9 for Southern Arkansas. Right back the other way, Harding with their third turnover. Elkins is left open. Now into the paint. There's a foul against Blake McNair.
Well, that's not a good idea to leave him open.
Another one of those that might have had better luck to take that shot there, but try to get it inside, and we'll head to the line now.
And I guess that media timeout has become a casualty to the monitor review.
I guess so. Yeah. Well, that's probably a pretty good decision there. Elkins misses the first one. See CJ, he was left so wide open, really. And he decided to back his way into the paint. Misses both free throws. Angelkovic clears the rebound. Harding and Jacob Gibson have dominated this first half. Gibson has 22, and he's got the basketball now. And Jerron Davis fouls him.
I don't know if you want Gibson scoring points with no time going off the clock.
Right. That's 2 on Jerron Davis. Southern Arkansas already in double digits in fouls with 3:11 to play in the first. Gibson 7 out of 10 from the floor. He's a perfect 6 out of 6 at the free throw line. 23 points. Keaton Tennyson returns for Southern Arkansas.
I don't think free throw shooting is anything that anyone in the tournament, men or women, have been happy about over the last 2 days. But Harding from the free throw line here this afternoon, that's not bad. 13 of 15 now. Excuse me, should be 14 of 16 now.
Harding, who averages 10 3-point makes a game, has 5 in this one. And that has helped propel them to the lead they have. Tennyson, a step-through move in the lane. Keaton Tennyson has his first 2 points.
Great job to allow Gibson to go on by.
This consistent lead here from Harding has allowed Jeff Morgan an opportunity to get some guys in who don't just see a whole lot of minutes. And here's the 2 mainstays here. McNair misses the 3. Elkins the rebound. Meanwhile, Coach Sharp has stayed with this lineup for a little while now. Of course, Tennyson being the latest entry into the game. C.J. Elkins on the front of the rim, couldn't get the roll. Here's Will Francis. Francis drives, tried to back down Hubbard, lost the dribble now, and ends up turning it over. Dockery with a hand in the passing lane, to the rim. Deshaun Dockery with a layup.
Coast to coast, that was Dockery all the way. Stepped in the passing lane, had the good inside look on Gibson that time as the pass was going to come through, and then just dripped it over to the left, forcing the defense to get out of the lane where he could push it back in and off the glass. Great job by Dockery on both ends.
Harding 2 for their last 8 from the floor. That will change here on Angelkovic. What a cut from the big man.
No kidding.
Hubbard, offensive board, Jordan. Jordan will back down the smaller defender. Up too strong, offensive rebound, put back good for Kevin Jordan.
Oh, he made that look easy. I mean, even the first shot looked easy. The second shot and the putback got it done.
Gibson leaves it for Yates. 1 minute to play in the first half. 10 on the shot clock. Yates backs it out near the half-court line. Got to make a move now. Yates drives. Angelkovic, the pump fake, right at the rim. It's that easy when you get the big guys in the air.
And that's twice he's gotten Jordan outside of the restraining circle outside near the free throw line and able to cut through the lane.
Keaton Tennyson will launch, and it's out of bounds. Now, to the credit of Harding, or I should say even for Kevin Jordan, when you have a guy that's 6'8", Angelkovic, who can actually shoot from right there,
exactly,
you do have to respect it.
You have to come out. But then the quick move back to the inside. One time it was off a cut, that second time off a pump fake, and then moving in.
And now this time they started the clock with the ball rolling to half court. And again, this is where you've got to come up and bring a little bit of pressure, not to allow a team to just roll the ball all the way to half court. Well, let's see. The shot clock is at 26, so let's add 4 seconds. Would that do it? Put us at about 35.6?
One would imagine. Michael, you're quick on the numbers today.
I guess so. Those B12 vitamins I've been taking, I guess.
That's true. But it's a valid point. And it's an easy call. But I understand needing to go to the monitors to make sure it's properly done. Harding with a 13-point advantage. And wow, I mean, just solid play all the way through. Can't take away from what Southern Arkansas has done here. Elkins has come off the bench the second time, and we're not seeing as much from him right now. He's missed a couple of free throws and missed a shot from the field. I still think having him out there is big. And a good play from Jordan, 2 for 3 on the inside. He takes a seat right now. Braddock back in the game for him.
Well, you don't fault the scorer's table over there. Normally on an inbounds, you would start the clock, but of course nobody touched the ball. They were trying to roll it to half court. And you say, well, why were they doing that? If there is about 35, 36 seconds left, Harding could have been trying to get a quick 2 for 1 here.
Exactly.
Get a shot, maybe force SAU to shoot a little bit early in the shot clock, get another opportunity. So 36.2 to play, and now Southern Arkansas will squeeze in on the full court press.
No question now is when the shot clock, or when the clock's supposed to start.
Yates across the half court line. So now they're going to just try to work it down a little bit. Gibson, three-pointer. Oh, my goodness. Wow. I've never seen anything like it.
And there was nothing more Dockery could do.
Gibson has 27 in the first half. Elkins at the buzzer. No. It's 50-34 at the halftime break. We're going to go to Paul in just a second. And we're ready now. Take it away, Paul Smith.
Well, thank you, Michael. I'm here with Coach Dennis Nutt. First, congratulations on your big win earlier today.
Well, I appreciate that. Proud of our guys again. They really came out and really executed defensively like we thought we could, and we're lucky to get out of there. ECU's a very good team, but we're happy to be in the finals.
Well, you're going to play against either a Harding team that's got a 50-34 lead or a Southern Arkansas team. You did sweep Harding during the regular season. It's one of those things, though, very tough to beat a good team 3 times.
Yeah, it really is. Harding is a good team. They got good players around. And of course, J.J. Gibson, Player of the Year. He's hard to deal with. He got 27 right now and a half. Wow, man, we'll have to do a good job on him just to stay close.
And on the other side, you got a Southern Arkansas team whose post would challenge just about anybody.
Yeah, they're a big lineup. We had a hard time with them not too long ago. So either way, this league is tough. We know that. But again, we're happy to be in the finals, and we'll give it a shot.
And as we've talked about the other teams, we look at your team now. I mean, making it to the championship game, a tremendous accomplishment for your players.
Yeah, they're playing well, and they came back after that last loss at home and really wanted to prove themselves, and they're dialed in defensively, and man, we love their energy right now. So hopefully we can keep it up one more game.
You had a little early exit last year. Was that something that you talked about as you got ready for this one?
Well, I think they all knew without saying much about it. We're kind of disappointed in our last game this year, and we wanted to come out and prove something, and hopefully we can get one more.
Well, Coach, congratulations. One more win, you'll be dancing, and best of luck tomorrow.
That's right. Thank you.
50-34, Harding has the halftime lead. We'll be back with the second half of this one in just a bit. This is the GAC Sports Network.
College is my time to find myself and start my future. That's why I chose SAU. Going up. 15 nationally accredited academic programs, and nearly 100 clubs, all for me.
Thanks to this state-of-the-art nursing lab, he'll be better in no time.
And our brand new Pioneer Cellular Event Center for sports, concerts, and cool events.
All for me!
Oh, it's for me, it's for me.
The focus is you.
Opportunity begins here.
Southeastern Oklahoma State University.
Seize your opportunity. Soar to new heights with our nationally accredited aviation program.
Seize your opportunity.
Southeastern's renowned education program has launched thousands of teaching careers.
Seize your opportunity.
From occupational safety, health, and business to behavioral and natural sciences.
Seize your opportunity.
Southeastern Oklahoma State University.
SC.edu.
Log on now
and seize your opportunity.
What's your lucky number? 7, 13. How about 3, 6, and $5.99? The $5.99 meal deal is here at Subway restaurants, and it's your lucky day. Pick from 3 different 6-inch subs with chips and a drink for just $5.99 at Subway restaurants. Think of the options: 3 different subs, your choice of chips, and your favorite 21-ounce drink. All for just $5.99. Make $5.99 your new favorite number with the $5.99 meal deal. Only at Subway.
I knew that Arkansas Tech would help me stand out from the crowd.
But I didn't know I'd be standing out in front of the crowd.
I knew I wanted to be a part of Greek life.
But I didn't know Tech would change my life.
I knew Tech would help me become a leader.
But I didn't know Tech would lead me to graduate school.
I knew my art professors had years of experience, but I didn't know that I would get real-world experience before graduation.
It's easy to see why more than 12,000 students choose Tech. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
How to spot a boll weevil. Boll weevils can work in groups, are highly intelligent, and thrive in any environment. And more important, every boll weevil has a bright future awaiting wherever they go. And that's how you spot a boll weevil.
What makes Henderson a better choice in education? Is it the campus or the buildings? Is it class size or professors with PhDs? Is it the cost, the value? What is it about Henderson?
It's me.
A strong educational foundation from Henderson put Richard Jacobs on the road to becoming a doctor. Today, he's at the forefront of pediatric research and care. Henderson prepares today's students for tomorrow because what counts is what you become. Henderson State University.
How to spot a boll weevil. Boll weevils are a fascinating species. They're known to travel in packs, but every boll weevil is unique. And more important, every boll weevil has a bright future awaiting wherever they go. And that's how you spot a boll weevil.
We explore dozens of complex subjects, but sometimes the world sees college students as being the same, lumps us together. That's okay, because the world may underestimate what we can do as strong, responsible, highly trained, and confident Christian professionals. And isn't that what the world needs? Qualities taught one-on-one and valued by us all in a place of faith, learning, and living. Harding University. College students often talk about changing the world after they graduate. We are on a mission to do just that while still in school, applying academic excellence in our chosen areas of study in a range of undergraduate, graduate, and health science fields inspired by Christian values. Then taking those values into the world, equipped and focused on our mission to change it and ourselves for the better. Harding University.
College is my time to find myself and start my future. That's why I chose SAU. Going up!
15 nationally accredited academic programs and nearly 100 clubs, all for me.
Thanks to this state-of-the-art nursing lab, he'll be better in no time.
And our brand new Pioneer Cellular Event Center for sports, concerts, and cool events.
All for me!
Oh, it's for me, it's for me.
The focus is you.
Opportunity begins here.
Southeastern Oklahoma State University.
Seize your opportunity. Soar to new heights with our nationally accredited aviation program.
Seize your opportunity.
Southeastern's renowned education program has launched thousands of teaching careers.
Seize your opportunity.
From occupational safety, health, and business to behavioral and natural sciences.
Seize your opportunity.
Southeastern Oklahoma State University.
SC.edu.
Log on now
and seize your opportunity.
What's your lucky number? 7, 13. How about 3, 6, and $5.99? The $5.99 meal deal is here at Subway restaurants, and it's your lucky day. Pick from 3 different 6-inch subs with chips and a drink for just $5.99 at Subway restaurants. Think of the options: 3 different subs, your choice of chips, and your favorite 21-ounce drink. All for just $5.99. Make $5.99 your new favorite number with the $5.99 meal deal. Only at Subway.
I knew that Arkansas Tech would help me stand out from the crowd.
But I didn't know I'd be standing out in front of the crowd.
I knew I wanted to be a part of Greek life.
But I didn't know Tech would change my life.
I knew Tech would help me become a leader.
but I didn't know Tech would lead me to graduate school.
I knew my art professors had years of experience, but I didn't know that I would get real-world experience before graduation.
It's easy to see why more than 12,000 students choose Tech. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
How to spot a bull weevil. Bull weevils can work in groups, are highly intelligent, and thrive in any environment. And more important, every bull weevil has a bright future awaiting wherever they go. And that's how you spot a bull weevil.
(50-34) at the halftime break. Harding leads Southern Arkansas. Welcome back into the Bruin Fieldhouse, everybody, in Bartlesville, Oklahoma. It's our second semifinal contest. A couple of numbers to look at in the first half, Joey. 4 assists, 9 turnovers for Southern Arkansas. Meanwhile, Harding has 11 assists and 4 turnovers. That's a big one, big discrepancy between the two. Also, Alvin Braddock, 10 minutes on the floor, no points, no rebounds. He had been very dominant against Harding in the 2 regular season games.
Exactly, and he came off a double-double in the game last night, 16 points and 11 boards. He's been a non-factor so far. You talked about 4 assists. Anthony has that by himself, and Anthony back in the game right now.
And you already know this number. Jacob Gibson, 8 of 11 from the floor, 7 out of 7 at the line. He had 27 first half points. Harding starts with the basketball in the second half. And they have Reggie Anthony, Antoine Burrell, Blake McNair, Josh Gibson, and Will Francis on the floor. Francis leaves for Anthony, and 2 Southern Arkansas players collide with Anthony. Foul coming against the Mule Riders. It's against Tony Aska, his first.
It's been all about Gibson in this contest so far with his 27-point outburst. You know, the last time these two played, it was more of a balanced scoring. As a matter of fact, all 5 starters scored at least 9 points, led by Anthony, 19, then 18, 17, and still getting in on the action, 9 points, Antoine Burrell. I mean, nearly scored in double figures. So an amazing turnaround, an 89-83 victory for Harding over Southern Arkansas in that contest. It's just one of those things with the Bisons. They can beat you anyway. One person, 5 people, doesn't matter.
You're right. Absolutely the case. Inside pass to Jordan. He has the layup. On the floor for Southern Arkansas is Dockery, Andrews, Jordan, Aska, and Davis. Reggie Anthony to the rim. Will try to lead for Burrell. Taken away. Deshaun Dockery with the steal. And Dockery bounced it off of the head of Gibson. Andrews misses the 3. Gibson clears the glass. And Gibson will spot up for a long 3. Well, he had 27 in the first half. Tried to get to that 30 mark. Davis hanging in the air, leaves for Dockery. Dockery drives in. He's fouled. First foul on Harding here in this second half, and it goes against Jacob Gibson, his second.
Gibson, you're right, did pull up long range. But I think when you're feeling it like that, might as well take a shot or two. Your team has a 15-point advantage. So see what you can make happen.
Deshaun Dockery missing the free throw. And you see Dockery again driving in. You see the foul.
That's what Southern Arkansas is going to have to do. They're going to have to get more points in the paint like that, force the issue on the inside. With players like Jordan and Lockhart and Braddock, it would seem they would be able to take advantage of an opportunity like that.
Another key stat, 15 out of 18 from the free throw line for Harding. Southern Arkansas is 4 out of 8.
And see, that's the key. I mean, you would think Southern Arkansas's free throw attempts would be more than that.
Yeah, you would think so. There is a 3 from Jacob Gibson. 30 points for Jacob Gibson. Davis driving in all the way to the rim and in. And Jerron Davis has 6. Francis working on Aska. Francis tries to take him on the drive. Can't get it to go. Kevin Jordan the rebound. Southern Arkansas down by 15. Davis again called for the travel as he went into the paint. He thought he had a clean jump stop. I think from over here I could hear the 2 pats of the feet for the travel. Aska knocking the ball out of bounds. And Will Francis yelling at his teammates, come back, we need help.
Somebody's got to get here for the inbound.
And they'll go to Blake McNair.
Not that Francis can't bring it up himself, but I mean, somebody has to get the ball on the inbounds.
Bounce pass underneath to Reggie Anthony. Now that is a cut to the rim from Reggie Anthony.
One word, textbook.
Elkins at the rim. He goes off the glass and in. Elkins has 11.
Southern Arkansas players don't want to touch that ball as it goes through.
Right. Anthony spinning in the paint. High up over the top of Kevin Jordan. The presence of Reggie Anthony to realize that once he did his spin, a defender was going to be in his face. Back the other way, Jerron Davis has 9.
Well, Anthony did such a good job of giving the ball up in the first half. He's showing he can score as well right here. Great shot by Davis, too, quickly the other way.
It's a 14-point game. Reggie Anthony with 15 on the shot clock, looking for some help. Burrell sets a screen. From inside the three-point line, Reggie Anthony's got it going. He has 8. Davis over to Elkins. That 3 won't fall. Jordan trying to tap it back out. I believe he was being held, and he was. The foul will be against Harding. They put it against Antoine Burrell. That's his first. He'll come out of the game. Stefan Angelkovic is back in. Harding owns an all-time record in Great American Conference play against Southern Arkansas, 10-2. The overall record, which started many decades ago, actually belongs to Southern Arkansas. A series that goes back to 1957. That one rattles in for Deshaun Dockery. He's into double figures with 10. That was the year Harding started basketball. And it's 70-52 all time. Southern Arkansas in the series.
Oh, Anthony got in the lane, saw 4 blue jerseys there and pulled it out.
Anthony draws the contact. The bank's open, 11-1 opportunity after that play.
He just needed to get a running start. He stopped, realized he couldn't go up against all those trees there in the forest, and needed to start from the outside and come flying in.
They might have to clean the glass before the next game at both ends with as much as it's been used in this one. Look at this one more time. It's taking Elkins one-on-one, and again, knowing that he's got to shoot high, Lockhart was there. Aska takes a spill, and it's a foul on Harding. Put that one on Blake McNair. That is his second. 63-46. Harding leads Southern Arkansas. We have 15:55 to play in the second half, and a reminder that we still have some more action for you later today on the GAC Sports Network. Southwestern and East Central will be our first women's semifinal contest, slated for 5:45. And then the final game tonight will be Arkansas Tech against Southern Arkansas. 8 o'clock matchup. We know the storyline there. You have the former assistant coach of Arkansas Tech going up against his former head coach. And then on the other side, you've got a team that really likes to score the ball, and you've got a team that would be okay to beat you 48-45 maybe if they have to.
I've seen an East Central win that was 48-43 this season. The women's basketball team. As a matter of fact, I actually called that game, Southeastern game, and the Savage Storm led East Central at the half. I'm not kidding, Michael. 15-11. That was a halftime score. So, yes, I mean, two contrasting styles here, and you're talking about a group of new players, young players for East Central against a group of veteran players, although led by a freshman from right here in Bartlesville in Southwestern. It should be a fun one to watch again. That's at 5:45.
That's Haley Tucker. She was a first-team All-GAC selection. Speaking of contrasting styles, I think we have that in this one. We talked about it at the beginning.
Yes.
What would win out? Would it be the inside physical presence of Southern Arkansas, or would it be the outside shooting of Harding? But, you know, between Reggie Anthony and the early baskets from Jacob Gibson, Harding has had the points in the paint, too. They've had both. Andrews from three-point range. No. Aska the offensive rebound. And Andrews had a bad pass there. Southern Arkansas able to recover. Aska takes on 2 defenders, scores, plus the foul.
Now the bigs in there right now for Coach Sharp in Southern Arkansas. Aska at 6'8", and Lockhart at 6'9". I think that has to do something. They have to push the ball inside, and Aska takes advantage of it there.
Stefan Angelkovic called for the foul, his second personal. 14th foul against Harding. We're going to have a foul here against Denarius Lockhart. He and Angelkovic both went to the court. That doesn't happen very often on a free throw.
No, and Lockhart, little gimpy coming down the court.
Sure is. Still hobbling. It's the second foul on Lockhart. Here's Gibson. He works on Hubbard, leaves for McNair. Now Francis at the free throw line. Back to Anthony. 10 on the shot clock. Harding bench urging Anthony to make a move, and he does, right to the rim.
Off an Angelkovic screen on the outside, and he just took it past Lockhart again. Lockhart favoring that leg a little bit. That was a good decision by Anthony to try to go past him.
Anthony averaging 10 a game, has 13 in this one on 5 of 6 shooting. Hubbard about 5 feet out, cannot get that one to go. Angelkovic with the rebound. That's his fourth. Go along with 6 points. McNair, he's left open. Wouldn't fall, Tony Aska the rebound. The pace picking up here a bit. Elkins hanging in the air, can't get that one to go. Both guys on the same team that time, Lockhart and Elkins. Finally, Aska comes up with it. Well, Southern Arkansas is the #1 rebounding team. They have had multiple chances on several occasions. And we have a kick ball against Harding. And the referee made sure Gibson knew that. Yes, he did.
Well, of all the calls to have come out of that little scrum, I wasn't expecting that one. There was no question, though, according to the official.
So shot clock's at 15. Inbounds pass to Andrews, some contact up around the top of the key. It'll go against Blake McNair. Third foul on McNair. And the 5th team foul against Harding. Another inbound coming for Southern Arkansas. This time the shot clock will fully reset. Harding averaging 80 points a game. Well on their way to getting that here. Andrews with the spot up 3. Dion Andrews, 21 points a couple of nights ago. He has only 5 in this one, but if he gets going, might be a different game.
And McNair backed off of him on defense. I don't know if you saw that, Michael, but the 3 fouls now. Anthony carries a turnover. It's going to bring in substitutions, and I suspect for McNair, that's exactly what it is. McNair's presence felt on defense. He has only 1 made field goal in the game, 1 for 8 from the field, 1 for 6 from behind the arc. He needs to be out there on defense right now. When he picked up the 3rd foul, he backed off. And so Hudson coming in right now, and Hudson drawing an assignment on one of the bigs.
Well, and in addition to that, prior to the shot, Andrews was 0 for 5 from 3-point range. Kevin Jordan with the basket. He has 8.
And it's just a 12-point game.
And it was 17 just a little while ago. On Jelkovic. Hard off the back iron. And it is saved to Deshaun Dockery. 3-on-3 for a moment. Dockery all the way to the rim and in. Dockery with 12. It's a 10-point game.
Southern Arkansas bench and crowd getting back into this one.
Hudson on the wing. Francis over to Angelkovic. All the way to the rim, but blocked. And out of bounds. He got Jordan there on the pump fake. Kevin Jordan recovered.
Just 11 now on the shot clock.
Jerron Davis is back in. Watch this matchup here, Davis and Francis. They go to Gibson, and he has his shot blocked by Dockery. Out to Davis, and Jerron Davis misses. Alvin Braddock, put back no. Fouled on the 3rd opportunity for Southern Arkansas. Rebounding again for SAU.
In the first half, it was Harding and the outside shooting that took advantage. Now the question's being answered here in the second half. The inside presence of Southern Arkansas starting to be made known.
Pretty clean there, no foul that time, and then there's the contact on Jelkovic with his 3rd.
Well, clearly, Braddock missed the shot strong to bring in the board, though. Needs to make the free throws afterward.
Last in the league in free throw shooting percentage, 61.4 as a team. Braddock has yet to score. He misses both. The lead will stay at 10 for Harding. They're back in possession. But it's definitely a different feel right now. A whistle with a foul away from the basketball. It's going to be on Southern Arkansas's Deshaun Dockery. Second foul on Dockery. 4th team foul of the second half. And so Harding will be inbounding.
Well, they had a shift on defense now as the ball is slowed down. Dockery's back on Gibson. It was Braddock on Gibson that last trip down the court.
It's a scoring drought of nearly 3 minutes for Harding. Gibson, offensive. No, they did call a block. Sorry, I just saw the hand motion from the ref. Looked like he was pointing, but he was counting the basket.
It's close.
It was. So the foul on Dockery. Gibson gets the points. He has 32 with an and one opportunity coming. See it again.
Now Dockery was not set.
No, he wasn't. Big momentum swing here. 3-point play for Gibson. He has 33, and the lead is back out to 13. Deion Andrews back out on the floor. He replaced Elkins. So then Arkansas needs to get the ball across the half-court line. Good pressure from Harding there. Braddock all the way to the rim and in. Big man with some moves to the hoop.
And finally gets points on the board. His first made basket in 4 attempts. And it's still Dockery on Gibson. You know, Dockery's leading his team in scoring with 12 points right now, but he has a very unenviable assignment guarding Gibson.
You're right. Here is Gibson. Can't get that one to fall. Reggie Anthony almost saved it inbounds. It'll be 4-on-4 for a moment here. And Deion Andrews on the baseline jumper, no. Very quick possessions from Southern Arkansas. Again, that process of moving the ball around, waiting for the team to break down. That's what Harding does really well. There's a foul on Alvin Braddock.
Too far out. Too far away from the basket. Not a good foul.
(68-57). Harding on top of Southern Arkansas. 11:09 to play. Harding's won for their last 6, Joey. They have a double-digit lead, but this one's a long way from being over.
Oh, there's no question about that. If Southern Arkansas can get some points from the inside, look how Braddock's been drawn out by here by Will Francis. And Francis can beat him that far away from the basket. All Braddock can do is stick a knee out there. Not a good foul. And there have been shifts on this Southern Arkansas defense right now, but who do you match people up with? I mean, Braddock on Gibson, that's a tough matchup. Although Gibson was held in check the time or two that Braddock's had to pick him up on defense. Dockery, a good defender, has struggled against Gibson today, but my goodness, Michael, everyone struggled against Gibson today.
No, that's right.
33 points on 10 of 16 shooting, had a couple of three-pointers fall that just didn't seem like there was any way that should fall. Gibson has the most three-pointers made this season in the GAC. He had 8 against Henderson State back in late February 20th, a Harding win. The third of 6 consecutive wins for Harding so far. And by the way, you have to like both these teams coming into the postseason, as each now, in the last 6 games, Harding's won the last 6. Southern Arkansas, 5 wins in the last 6 games. They have momentum. Whoever comes out of this is going to make a tough draw for Ouachita in the championship tomorrow.
Check out the balanced shooting from Harding. In the first half, they were 15 of 30, 50%. They're 7 of 14 in the second half for 50%. Southern Arkansas right there with them as far as field goal percentage. They're at 48 for the game. Francis working on Braddock. Kicks out to Angelkovic. His 3 won't go. Rebound for Gibson. He's fouled. Had Braddock in the air. And now Gibson will go to the free throw line.
And Gibson just did not give up on the play. You see down here, look, he has a fingertip on it, tips it right back to himself, left hand, grabs it and puts it back up and goes up strong. If there's anything I think that can be said about the Harding Bison's team is that there's just no quit. There's no give up in this team. And I mean from play to play to play. Ten for 10 now from the free throw line is Gibson today.
He has 35. The record is 36. Rod Camper from Southwestern.
I was headed for the record book a moment ago and slowed down to watch the play a little bit more. I knew that's where you were headed right now.
Tony Aska with the steal. And two Mule Riders collide and travel with the basketball.
That's a challenging call right there. I didn't know how either one of them actually had possession to travel with it. There was just confusion in the way. It just looked awkward. And indeed, it did look awkward.
I don't know if either one of them really had possession.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Deion Andrews comes out of the game. 13-point Harding lead, 70-57. Just about played half of this second half. Gibson backs down Dockery, shot missed, put back in. Will Francis. Francis has 11. Gibson knew he made a mistake there. He picks up the foul, and that will be his third personal.
He came out to play strong, play solid, and too much momentum.
Jerron Davis at the free throw line.
Well, we were talking about scoring records within the GAC, and you were right on. 36 points from Rod Camphor in Southwestern. 3 years ago against Arkansas Monticello, that was on March 8th, pulled up 36 points against the Boll Weevils. Well, in any GAC game, C.J. Smith from Southern Nazarene just a couple years ago against Henderson State put up 39 points. And so Gibson on his way to not only a tournament record if he can continue this pace, but also an all-time GAC record. And still with 10 minutes left to play.
I'm going to just go ahead and call it. Both of those records are going to fall.
Okay. Michael Westbrook in an election year goes ahead and makes the call.
That's right. There's two right there for Will Francis.
So one record just fell, and they'll go to the line to attempt a free throw here.
I'm sorry, yeah, I said Francis, I meant Gibson. 37 for Gibson. That one was pretty easy to make the call there that would be the case. With the pace he's been on. And get to within one of that record with a free throw.
You know, on the women's side, the GAC record was set twice this year. Henderson State's Delencia Keener put up 45, and then about a month later, Southeastern's Rachel Wallace put up 48 points.
Gibson comes out of the game. If it's well in hand, do they leave him on the bench? He has 38 points.
I don't think it's well in hand.
I don't think it is either at this point, but if over the next 3-4 minutes they keep this lead. Got a foul away from the basketball. It's against Harding. I believe they call that on Reggie Anthony. They do. It's 3 fouls on Anthony. If they do leave Gibson on the bench, somebody might get word to him that he's 1 point away from the all-time scoring record. Of course, I think that kind of that team motto of Harding, that might not matter a whole lot. Jerron Davis has had a pretty good game here. He's got 12 points.
That didn't last.
Maybe Coach Morgan heard me from over here. I don't know.
You do get kind of loud sometimes.
Yeah, I guess so. Just a quick little breather for his star player, Jacob Gibson.
No, you're right about the team, the team mentality that Harding brings to the table. But seriously, Michael, with the way that the bigs have been playing for Southern Arkansas and the presence on the inside, I just don't feel like it's. You don't want to call it at this point. Is 75 points enough to win it? I'm not sure.
Foul on Tony Aska as Will Francis made his move to the basket. Tony unhappy with the call, his second foul, 9th team foul against Southern Arkansas. Will Francis with 11 points.
Two-shot foul.
Yeah. Everybody started to move on the blocks, but he had another one coming his way.
Well, it looked like it was going to go in. That's the
yeah.
it just rolled out at the end. I think everyone turned around thinking it was going to fall in.
77-61 Harding. Davis tries to make something happen. Too high off the glass. Offensive board and put back for Kevin Jordan, who now has 10.
When you make only one free throw and 2 points on the other end, you can start to chip away that deficit.
Harding has led from the very beginning in this one. Southern Arkansas has not had a lead. Blake McNair. McNair against Davis, 10 on the shot clock. Anthony with 7. Pull-up jumper in the paint, and it's in. He's had a great game today. 15 points for Reggie Anthony.
He most certainly has. A very soft shot, too.
Davis, step back 3. Jerron Davis lets it fly and buries one. 16 points for Jerron Davis. It's a 13-point game.
Gave up 1 for 2. Now give up 2 for 3. Southern Arkansas still in it.
Francis has space to shoot if he wants to. Instead, they work it around the perimeter. Anthony with 8 on the shot clock. A screen set. Anthony pull-up jumper again in the paint. Missed it short. C.J. Elkins the rebound. We're inside 8 to play in the second half. Elkins found a seam to the rim, and he is fouled. The foul will send C.J. Elkins to the free throw line after the media timeout. Harding 79, Southern Arkansas 66. And we'll head down onto the court now with the third member of our crew, Paul Smith.
Well, thank you, Michael. Harding leading this one. If this result holds, one could say that Harding has probably locked itself into a spot in the upcoming NCAA tournament. Now the question comes, what's going to happen with a potential second spot? East Central is going to be watching a couple games very closely. Obviously for ECU, they're going to be rooting for Harding because a Harding ascendancy isn't going to hurt them. The GAC could have potentially 2 teams getting in. You could have Harding and then either East Central or Ouachita. If Ouachita gets the automatic bid, obviously they've punched their ticket. But the game that's going to be of real interest is the game at 6 p.m. tonight between Nebraska Kearney and Missouri Southern. A Nebraska Kearney win is necessary to keep that door open for East Central. So we'll be keeping our eyes on Kansas City, and we'll keep you posted on what happens. Michael?
All right, thank you so much, Paul. Appreciate the update there, and it's always fun this time of year to see who's winning, who's losing, who's moving on. 79-66, Harding with the lead on Southern Arkansas. Scott Good just telling me this is the 123rd all-time meeting between these two programs, and it's the most points that a Harding player, Jacob Gibson with 38, has ever scored against Southern Arkansas.
Has to be up there in the records among any point totals.
I would think so.
Team. Obviously not the top. You're going to be scoring 50 and things like that. When you start getting those record books out and delving deeply into them, as I know Scott Good can.
Yes.
You can find some big numbers.
Elkins misses the free throw out of the timeout.
Gibson on the afternoon with 18 field goals made, including 5 of those from behind the arc. 11 field goals made and 11 free throws made. 11 for 11, by the way.
Elkins able to connect on 1 of 2.
And Gibson's back in the game coming out of that timeout.
See how this full court press works for Southern Arkansas. Anthony has it across the timeline and will line everybody up. Back over to Anthony. Harding's really doing a good job of running the shot clock down. Gibson's jumper won't fall. Stuck on 38 for the moment. We're nearing 7 to play. Davis has really had it going lately, and he is trying to make something happen here. Picked up the dribble. Inside to Jordan, spins to the rim. Went up a little wildly with the left hand.
It's another rebound for Gibson. A different assignment. Davis was on him just a moment ago. It's a bit of a mismatch. And now it's Andrews who picks him up.
Yates over on the left wing. Davis collapses out on him. Now Gibson. This is Gibson's show here. 5 on the shot clock. He lost it out of bounds. Deion Andrews with a hand in there, and it goes off of Gibson. A Harding turnover, just their 8th of the game. And
it's still a 12-point game.
Southern Arkansas would have to string together some baskets here, though, to make Harding really feel the pressure.
Well, yeah, and a missed opportunity on the last trip down as close to the basket as Jordan was.
Andrews at the rim and in. Dion Andrews. Andrews has 7. Blake McNair will check back into the game here in just a moment for Harding. We're nearing 6 to play. Once again, a 10-point game. Harding is led by as many as 17. Angelkovic finds the roll. Had to reverse his direction to make it happen, but he did just that. Now Davis launches. 3 won't go for him, and it's a rebound from Jacob Gibson. Again, Harding is going to let this run down to about 12 or so. Well, maybe a little quicker that time. Ashka is called for the foul. And it'll be free throws upcoming for Will Francis.
Interested by that, too. Thought they might let a little bit more time go off, but you get that open look over there as Francis felt like he saw. And did get just a half step on Ashka, enough to force the contact to come in.
Will Francis now has 14. Now again, as mentioned, McNair is on the floor for Harding. Dockery and Braddock return for the Mule Riders.
Dockery with 12 points. That's big. Braddock also big on the inside, even though he has just the 2 points. Maybe now's that time, the closing 5.5 minutes.
C.J. Elkins, the freshman of the year. He's got real potential to be a big-time player in this league. Davis to the rim. Had a bad angle on it. Braddock cleans up.
There's Braddock. There are those 2 points. Somebody was open, by the way, and I'm not sure it wasn't. I don't think it was Braddock, but off the double teams, Southern Arkansas is getting an opening.
Francis on the drive. Pull-up jumper. No. C.J. Elkins the rebound. We have less than 5 to play. Elkins flying through the lane. Now Andrews. Dion Andrews scores. He has 9, and a timeout has been called by Southern Arkansas. We'll take it as well. We're back in just a moment on the GAC Sports Network.
What makes Henderson a better choice in education? Is it the campus or the buildings? Is it class size or professors with PhDs? Is it the cost, the value? What is it about Henderson?
It's me.
A strong educational foundation from Henderson put Richard Jacobs on the road to becoming a doctor. Today, he's at the forefront of pediatric research and care. Henderson prepares today's students for tomorrow, because what counts is what you become. Henderson State University.
Harding 83, Southern Arkansas 73, 4:49 to play. Harding in possession of the basketball. Michael Westbrook along with Joey McWilliams and Paul Smith. Appreciate you being with us for this one. Ouachita is awaiting the winner of this contest. And Reggie Anthony with a strong move to the rim causes Deshaun Dockery to foul him. And Dockery has just fouled out of the game.
Well, that's tough. That is tough.
Be able to see it again.
And yes, there's the foul. Got that right arm, body.
Yeah, that's what is interesting about that, you immediately see the reaction from Dockery to say, what did I do? Well, clearly he hit him on the arm.
Yeah, it's there.
Free throw misses from Reggie Anthony. Boy, a rare miss at the free throw line today for Harding. Talk about taking advantage of opportunities. 24 of 28 now for the Harding Bisons at the line. They're 2 points above their season average. Enter the game nearly 81 points a game.
And if this kind of differential were to hold up, you'd have to look at the shooting at the free throw line being a major factor in it.
Yeah, absolutely. Andrews puts another one in.
Well, he's not afraid to go inside right now. He's carried a lot of momentum with him.
Sure has. 9-point game. It's been a while since you could say Southern Arkansas had the deficit to single digits. And meanwhile, Gibson has been stuck on 38 for a while. Angelkovic goes up and scores. He's into double figures with 10.
Well, I thought for a moment he might kick it back out, and there was no way. He ducked his head and he was going in.
Davis right to the rim, had that partially blocked. And Angelkovic back underneath the goal, took a moment to relace his shoe, I think.
Get that ankle brace strapped back on properly.
Well, it's 5-on-5 again. Not afraid to shoot. That one misses. Hubbard the rebound. And you see Southern Arkansas just taking it one-on-one right now.
And what I like about this, Michael, is that they're going quickly. They're not taking bad shots, but you know what? They're not just waiting around and letting this game play out. They're down 9 points right now, even after these 3 makes in the last 3 or 4 trips down the court. They are not giving up on this.
Here is Gibson at the rim and in. He has 40 points. It's a GAC record for most points in a single game, and he comes up with a steal at the other end. Surpasses C.J. Smith, who had 39 on February the 6th of 2014. Crimson Storm's C.J. Smith. Angelkovic with the basket. He has 12.
Well, it was a total defensive breakdown that time for Southern Arkansas. Jaron Davis has no business guarding Angelkovic in the lane like that. Somebody got out of line.
Hubbard went up one-on-one, missed the shot. And Harding back up by 13 is 2.5 minutes from advancing to the finals.
And that's the thing, if you're going to win this game, you have to have it on both ends. Southern Arkansas has been putting the points up, but there's still some, they've been giving up on the other end as well. Little things, just little things.
It's similar to their second regular season matchup, as we have a foul here with 2:15 remaining. Talk more about that after the media timeout. 90-77, Harding leads Southern Arkansas. We're back in just a moment for the conclusion here on the GAC Sports Network.
College students often talk about changing the world after they graduate. We are on a mission to do just that while still in school. Applying academic excellence in our chosen areas of study in a range of undergraduate, graduate, and health science fields inspired by Christian values. Then taking those values into the world, equipped and focused on our mission to change it and ourselves for the better. Harding University.
(90-77), Harding leads Southern Arkansas. About an hour and a half ago, Joey, you made a comment that we hadn't seen a 100-point performance yet. I haven't forgot that, and we're getting close to it. Will Francis at the line. He has 15 points.
Harding may just need it to win this game.
They might. Second free throw goes as well for Will Francis. This was a 9-point game just a little while ago. Now it's 92-77 as Andrews goes to the rim. And there is a foul. That's going to be called on Jacob Gibson.
I'll tell you what, Andrews is finding little bitty seams. I mean, just fractions of an opening through the lane, to the baseline, and able to find his way to the backboard off the glass. That one didn't fall, but it'll go to the line to shoot two.
You know, if Andrews had the first half like he's having in the second half, he had just 2 points at halftime. Since then, he's had 10. This will be a whole different ball game. I was making the point before the media timeout, this game resembling the second time they played each other at the Rhodes-Reeves Fieldhouse in Searcy. 89-83 was the final, with Harding picking up the victory there. And now Jerron Davis fouls Reggie Anthony.
But again, though, even with the second half going so well for Andrews, if he gets that in the first half, you're right, it's a different game. If Braddock is able to put points on the board, it's a different game. 2 for 5 from the field, shot only 5 times. He has only 2 boards, 0 for 2 from the free throw line. He has 4 points today.
Yep.
And this is coming off a double-double yesterday.
You know, I know Jerron Davis and even Coach Sharp may have been a little frustrated there, but Davis at least fouled Anthony, who only shoots 57% from the line. Makes 1 out of 2.
It's a good foul.
Making it 93-79, less than 2 to play. Andrews thought about the deep three. Instead, he gives to Davis an air ball. It's out of bounds. It stays with Southern Arkansas. Coach Jeff Morgan still asking for his guys to get a rebound, not giving up, not finishing this one off just yet. We're going to the monitor to see who the ball went out on, I believe. We're going to see if maybe they originally called that it was off of Harding. Basketball to Southern Arkansas. And we'll wait and see what they come up with here.
Well, Southern Arkansas down 14 right now, a minute and 39 seconds left. I mean, you have to, pretty much make up a point in less than 10 seconds each 10. So it feels like it's in Harding's favor right now. However, you can't quit until it's over with. Harding needs a couple more good defensive stops to really feel like this is in hand. And honestly, I haven't seen it that much over the last 4 to 5 minutes of this game. Southern Arkansas has been finding ways to make shots, a couple from the outside, but mainly players like Andrews driving in, getting something off the glass.
Southern Arkansas still shooting 48% for the game, and they're at 52% in the second half. They've definitely made the shots, you're right.
That may have been off hard, may have been off on Jelkovic.
Which I think was the original call.
I don't think that Champion got over there in time for it to have been off him.
I think Jelkovic might have kicked it even.
So it should remain Southern Arkansas's ball.
It will, 93-79. Harding with the lead, Southern Arkansas to inbound. We have 1:39 to play. Jerron Davis will inbound. Right to Andrews. He lets the three go. Deion Andrews hits and now has 16 points. It's an 11-point game with 90 seconds to play. On Jelkovic on the wing. Harding wants to wind this thing down as far as they can, and again, there's the foul.
That's it. And I was going to call for that about 8 seconds sooner.
Should have happened probably here at the half-court line.
Exactly, because he had the ball well down there. The issue now is that the person who fouled him, that's Davis's 4th foul. Now, there's the problem. So send somebody else over different on Anthony, pick up Anthony a little bit differently, send him to the line a little bit earlier.
So
Davis can't do it.
Strategy worked there. Made 1 out of 2.
You'll take 3 for 1.
Yep. Now Southern Arkansas will roll it near half court before Jerron Davis picks it up. Davis was looking over for instructions. Gets it back to Andrews. Andrews on the move. And his shot blocked out of bounds, but a foul called. Stefan Angelkovic must have had some lower body contact because he had the block clean up top. And it will send Deion Andrews to the free throw line. Clock stopped, 1:09 to play.
And now the opportunity for the Mule Riders to get points on the board with no time coming off the clock.
Andrews drops the first one in. He's up to 17 points now. See Andrews, who hit a three from there a moment ago, decided to drive in. Free throw wouldn't go. Champion saves it inbounds. Jerron Davis missed the three. Andrews recovers it. Opportunities there for Southern Arkansas, but Harding comes away with a rebound with less than a minute to play, and they are going to be moving on into the championship game here in about 53 seconds, up by 11. Francis can finish it off at the line with a couple here.
You're right, the opportunities there. Southern Arkansas off the missed free throw, the rebound, another offensive board, another shot taken. What an effort. What an effort by the Mule Riders today.
Free throw misses from Will Francis. 5 seniors on this team for Southern Arkansas. Francis makes 1 out of 2, and Will Francis has turned in an 18-point performance. We've been talking about the 40 from Jacob Gibson. Francis went 5 above his average. And now Desmond Champion will launch. Misses the shot.
Well,
Blake McNair with the rebound and
Anthony
the foul.
has 18 points as well.
Right.
I mean, you know, it's pretty balanced shooting. The last time these two teams played, there were 4 Harding players in double figures. 4 Harding players in double figure scoring again. Angelkovic with 12.
Blake McNair averaging 13 a game, has just 3. Chance to add to that here. So Ouachita won our earlier semifinal matchup by the score of 83-80 over East Central. And Harding now a little bit closer to taking on Ouachita. 97-83. Layup for Jerron, misses. Jerron Davis missing that one. Harding has the rebound. They can almost run out the clock. There's a difference of 5 seconds between the game and the shot clock. Jerron Davis not even across the half-court line. And Reggie Anthony will dribble this out. Harding did not quite make it to 100 points, but they did surpass the tournament record of Arkansas Tech's 95 points against Southeastern last season. 5 seconds left, one more shot here for Southern Arkansas. Classy move there from Harding not to take the shot clock violation. And Andrews misses the 3. That is the game. Harding advances to the championship, 96-83 against Southern Arkansas. The seniors for the Mule Riders: Deion Andrews, Desmond Champion, Jerron Davis, Alvin Braddock, and Kevin Jordan. Andy Sharp's team finishes with a record of 17-13. It's a 14-point victory, setting up Harding and Ouachita. With more on that to wrap up our broadcast, here's Paul Smith.
Thank you, Michael. One championship final is set. It'll be the Tigers of Ouachita Baptist, the 3rd seed, against the overall top seed, Harding, in tomorrow's championship game. That game will tip on ESPN 3 at 1 p.m. Hey, folks, stay with us because coming up, we've got the women's semifinals. 5:45 p.m., it'll be Southwestern Oklahoma and East Central. And then at 8 o'clock tonight, Arkansas Tech and Southern Arkansas. Those 4 teams will battle to see which 2 teams will play on ESPN 3 for the women's championship. That game will be at 3:30 tomorrow. 97-83, your final here. Harding over Southern Arkansas. For my friends Michael Westbrook and Joey McWilliams, I'm Paul Smith. We will be back at 5:45 with the women's semifinal. Until then, this is the GAC Sports Network.